Greetings and welcome to Mount Olympus. I am Hercules Invictus, and tonight we go into the creative process with the one, the only, the legendary Nick Curto. Greetings, Nick. How are you today?
Very, very good. Thank you for your wonderful introduction. Of course, it's all true, but thank you so
Of course.
much.
I'm looking forward to tonight's shows. I look forward to all your shows. If you need me, just holler. I'll be here.
Will do. Thank you so much. Well, as Hercules mentioned, the name of the show is The Creative Process, and I'm Nick Curto, the host of the show, and we do this once a month. And I have been so fortunate to have incredible people who are creative in various ways, amazingly different ways. And they've come on the show and we've talked about their creativity, how they got started and interested, and what kinds of creativity they do, and how has that come about. So we're going to be doing that. Now, I started off in Springfield, Massachusetts, where I was born, and I went to the George Walter Vincent Smith Art Museum there in Springfield, Mass, to learn about art and to do drawings and paintings and watercolors. That was a free course they had, and I was there for a few years, and it was an amazingly wonderful experience. And it really tapped into my creativity, along with a lot of other people, younger people my age. When it came to high school, um, I was in the drama club. Of course, that's very creative. And I was in the art class. I designed the prom for our high school prom, and the theme of it was based on the song "Moon River" by Henry Mancini. So the it was Moon River was the theme, and me and my crew built a full-scale bridge made out of gold aluminum foil, believe it or not. It was so big that people could walk across the bridge, and that gold foil was the heart of the bridge. And we had a dark blue aluminum foil for the river underneath it. And we also built lights, four lights that were lit on each of the corners of the bridge. And it ended up being quite a romantic look and quite a big hit in the school. I'm very proud of that. After high school, I went to the Massachusetts College of Art and Design in Boston, Mass. Again, I was so blessed to be able to be in such an amazing school. It is one of the best art schools in the world as far as many people are concerned. And if you're into arts, and especially the visual arts, or you want to teach art, that would be a school to take a look at, the Massachusetts College of Art and Design. After 4 years, I graduated with a Bachelor of Fine Arts, and I took my plaid suitcase and my portfolio and got on a Peter Pan bus, which is still around, and went to New York City to start my career. And I was very fortunate to get a job very quickly. And I've been in New York ever since, although I do visit Massachusetts quite a bit. In fact, I'm going tomorrow to see the wonderful colors of the trees that are now showing up, beautiful trees for the fall season, and looking forward to that. Also, we're going to go to the Norman Rockwell Art Museum because not only is that a great museum in Stockbridge, Mass, but this month they're having a special exhibit of the Mad magazine art. All the artists from all over the world that have contributed to the Mad magazine will be showing their work there. Again, if you have ever been interested in Mad magazine, this is a place to go, Stockbridge, Massachusetts. Okay, with that said, I am so honored to introduce my niece, uh, Kelly, who has two beautiful daughters, a wonderful husband in Western Massachusetts. Kelly, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me back.
It's great to see you. And as they say in Western Massachusetts, it's wicked good.
It's wicked good to see you too.
Kelly, do you have any idea where that expression wicked good comes from?
Have no idea. I'm thinking Boston, but we definitely say it in Western Massachusetts. Regular thing. My kids say it too, so no clue.
I just get a kick out of it because it's not said, I believe, any other place except the New England. New England will say that.
Yeah,
And it's like wicked good. And I'm thinking maybe perhaps it originated in Salem,
it
Massachusetts,
could.
right? With all the witches
Mhm.
that are still there. Some of them are still there.
Some are.
Have you ever been to Salem on Halloween?
I haven't been on Halloween, but I've been in October twice, and
Ah,
it's definitely worth the visit. Be prepared for
absolutely.
crowds.
It's incredible. It is. Now on Halloween, they put up a huge amusement park with Ferris wheels and carousels and all kinds of things there. And they have a witches museum there, which we went to,
Yeah,
which I highly recommend. And
it
I
is
was
really good.
speaking to a woman there, and I said, it's a wonderful museum. Are you a witch? And she said, why, yes, I am. Right? Very, very serious there. And I went, oh, because I wasn't expecting that. And she said, I'm a good witch.
That's the kind you want to be around.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I said, well, that's a relief. I'm very happy to meet you. And one thing I got to say too, and Kelly, if you go there with your family, they have a recreation of a witch trial based on the every single word that was said on the trial. And they
Yes,
have people from Salem who I believe are residents, and they act out word for word what the trail was about. And the trial, I'm telling you, you're on the edge of your chair. It's something to see.
it is.
So
Yeah, I
just to
did
know
see
that.
it. It was great. We went there once. Haven't been with the girls yet. They're still too little. Um, I just got my little one to go into the Spirit Halloween store today.
Oh,
So we'll wait for Salem a little more time.
wow. Okay. Halloween is such a big deal, and of course, it's internationally, especially America, of course. And I understand that outside of Christmas, Halloween is the biggest part of shopping with the costumes and all the things that go in, the food and everything else.
Absolutely. Yes, I can see.
Interesting.
Absolutely.
Right? Amazing, amazing. That's true, but it is. Now that's pretty wild. Now tell us about Halloween in your home and in your family. Like, how was it celebrated and what goes on?
Well, I start putting up Halloween decorations July 5th.
Wow.
I do though. It's sad inside the house. Outside, I don't want to scare my neighbors, so we do wait till like September 1st. And our yard right now has, I think, three skeletons. I actually have two more in here that I have to put outside.
Really?
Um, but we actually went and got our girls' Halloween costumes today, so they're really excited about that. They
Wow.
had some, yeah, yeah. But
It's a
we
big
just,
deal. It's a big deal
yes,
holiday.
it is, and we have so much fun with it. We
Yeah.
do. It's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. And to be in a different costume,
Yeah,
and not only the kids, but the parents, a lot of parents dress up
yeah,
and just people in general will dress up.
yeah.
Wild outfits. And some of them will go trick-or-treating with their kids. And I've seen in Boston, where I went to school, the college kids bring a glass with them and they go door to door because guess what they want?
They want
Right.
a treat too.
And I'll tell you, after about an hour, they are feeling no pain. Not no pain at all.
They're
Uh,
feeling wicked good.
exactly. I mean, it's and a lot of people do that in the college towns and Boston especially. I've seen them do that, so that's
Oh
pretty
yeah.
wild.
I know last year, my husband, Aaron, he he bought an inflatable dinosaur costume
Wow,
and he went out in the front yard when the school bus dropped off the kids and pretend he was an inflatable, decoration. And it was so funny. He got him good. He got him good. So
good for Aaron. I think that's great that he does that sort of thing. Yeah, why not? The dad should have just as much fun too.
exactly.
And they certainly do. Now here, I'm living in a large apartment building, 36 stories tall. And
Oh
what
yeah.
they do for the doorman downstairs is the tenants give the doorman their apartment numbers if they want to have trick-or-treaters. And
That's
that's how
nice.
they do it.
Oh, that's smart though. That's good. So that way
And,
they'll,
and Yeah, and you hear the kids. It starts like around 5 p.m. and it
Yeah,
goes pretty late, and they're ringing the doorbells. They have a list of all the apartments that want to see them and then give them some
so
candy. So
that's so fun.
yeah, that's what we do here. And
Nice.
also, and I would love you and your family to come down for the Halloween parade in New York City.
I would love to.
You guys will have such a good time. It's literally tens of thousands of people.
That's
I'm not
crazy.
kidding. It's like it's from one end to the other of the horizon. I mean, these people are all dressed up. Some of them spare no expense, and you should
No,
see some of the outfits.
that's
Yeah,
awesome.
there's
That sounds great.
also lately they now have floats. They actually have flatbed trucks that I guess they rent, and they dress them up with all kinds of Halloween things and get
Oh,
on them. And now they have floats that go by too.
that's so fun. Speaking
Yeah.
of parades, our little town up here, well, my hometown, they're doing a farm parade next weekend. And the farm I work for, we're going to be in it. So we get to ride on the float with the hay bales and throw candy out.
Oh, how cool. That's
Yeah,
wonderful.
it's
That's so much
fun.
fun. So much
It
fun.
is.
And, people still trick or treat in the street. I mean, you see them when you're getting in the subway or a bus, they'll come in and say trick or treat and expect something. So you always have to have a little candy somewhere to give them a few, you know. And that's a lot of fun here too. Um,
Oh, yeah.
it goes on and on. And right, and there's a couple of, well, not a couple, there's quite a lot of the towns that have Halloween parades in New England. And have you been to any of those other ones?
I have not just the farm parade. We usually go to a corn maze. They have a lot of corn mazes, apple orchards and everything with a lot of activities. I want to say that start mid-September and go past Halloween.
Yum.
So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it is. Now tell us about your baking and cooking
Mm.
that might be related to the Halloween holiday.
So one of the traditions I started, I want to say when my oldest was probably, I want to say 3. We make mummy dogs. And all it is a hot dog, and you cut it so it has legs and little arms, and you take crescent roll and you twist it around so it looks like a mummy. You bake it, and that's our dinner before we go trick-or-treating.
Fantastic.
It's fun. It's like a pig in a blanket, just a hot dog.
Do you make
That's
pumpkin pies and things like that?
No, we do carve pumpkins though. I have not made a homemade pumpkin pie. I probably should try it.
Okay.
But I made pumpkin cheesecake if that counts.
Yum. Oh, that sounds great.
Yeah,
Love
but
cheesecake.
yes. That was
Wow.
Aaron's birthday cake this year, so that was good.
Where your little girls go to school, do they
Mhm.
have any particular things that they do for Halloween, for maybe with art or
Yeah, they actually last year was the first year they started. They have like a fall festival dance, and the kids are welcome to come in their costumes, and families are welcome to dress up and stay. And it being the first year last year, it was just the cafeteria, lights were down. They gave everyone glow sticks, they had music blasting, and kids were just running around. So, hoping this year it'll be a little more structured. They'll have games and stuff, different stations for
oh,
them. They're going to have a pumpkin contest, so that'll be a lot of fun,
oh
something.
yeah, I bet they're looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Now, Halloween, because we're doing a taping of this, is about 20 days away from today.
Hmm.
So I'm sure people are preparing for that all over the place. And it's such a fun thing to do. Some people also like to be scared. I don't know if you have any friends like that, but some people actually have a good time to be scared, and some of their friends would do anything to scare them.
Six Flags, New England. I haven't been to it. I keep saying we have to go this year, but they have a really, really good scare fest, they call it, or fright fest. And they have a bunch of haunted houses. The park gets spooky at 6. So if you're there, prepare to be scared. They will show no mercy. So they have necklaces too, which you can get your kids to glow stick if they don't like to be scared. So that's nice. My little one won't go though. She will not go, not even during the day.
Okay. Well,
all the
that could
decorations.
change. That could change in
I'm
time too.
hoping. I like to be scared. I worked at a haunted house way back, I want to say in high school, and it was for the DARE program, if anyone remembers that.
Yeah.
But it was great. It was a lot of fun. I played the exorcist and a witch, so it was a lot of fun.
Wow. It sounds good. And I know that there's different towns that have sometimes an abandoned house or barn sometimes, and they'll go out of their way to do very scary costumes and jump at you from behind whatever they're right. And people
Yes.
scream.
Oh yeah.
They
The one I actually worked at was an abandoned house and it was haunted. The guys that worked there swore by it. Nothing happened to me personally, but now they actually torn down the house, so I don't know where the ghosts went.
if the ghosts are still hanging around.
They might be.
You don't know. One time in college, I had a photography assignment, and it was to photograph a house of interest, something that was kind of unusual. And I went out of Boston to it was somewhere in the country, and we came upon this hill, and there was this old abandoned house. And the moment I saw it, Kelly, you know how your gut feeling sometimes will say something to you? It
Yes.
was like, don't go in. Do not go in. And it was very strong, and I do listen to my gut feelings.
Mm,
I think everybody should,
absolutely.
trust what your gut is telling you because a lot of times it's correct.
It is.
I once knew a police officer and he told me something similar to that. He said, Nick, if you're walking, especially at night, and you suddenly feel that someone is looking at you or stalking you or anything like that, the police officer said to me, trust that, trust that, and get out of there. Don't go more near trees, go out in the open, even if it's at the edge of a road. So it's no problem to start running fast because you need to trust your feelings, and if you don't, you're taking a chance,
Absolutely. Yeah.
and he's a police officer, so
He knows.
he knows, right? Yes, sir. Yes, officer, I will, and I do
One,
that.
there's something you might want to check out. I don't know if you'll have enough time this visit, but Old Newgate Prison. I want to say it's in Granby or East Granby, Connecticut. It's about a 10-15 minute ride from the border of Massachusetts. That like from my house, it's probably 20 minutes. And every October, they put hundreds of carved pumpkins in the mine. So you go down, it's always dark there. Have you ever heard of this place or no?
No,
Oh, I'll have to send you the link. It's really cool. We went last year on Halloween, and when we went down there, we're, looking at all the pumpkins. And this is a creepy story. This is Halloween, right? We were by this one specific area, and I was with just Aaron and me. The girls were at school, and I felt pressure on my chest. Not hurting, but just pressure. I'm like, maybe it's because
something,
we're underground, Okay. So we did the tour. We walked out and tour guide says, "Do you have any questions?" And I said, "Is there any haunted stories, ghost stories of here?" And he's like, "Oh, come with me." Hand to God, the same spot. I felt that there was a part of the mine that had collapsed when two prisoners tried to escape and they
wow,
were crushed.
whoa,
Yes. So,
okay,
yes.
that's an eye opener. Yes,
Yeah. So if
wow,
you go, let me know if you get that feeling. It was one of the most bizarre things that has ever happened.
oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was in Staten Island and we went to a place that's abandoned and it was
Mm.
an old psychiatric ward,
Jeez. Yeah.
right? And um, we were close to there and it's in a very remote area. There's nothing around it, but the building is standing. And friend said, it would be interesting to go there. And I
Mm.
kind of went, do we need to do okay, call me a coward. Okay.
Nope.
But I was not looking forward to this. I wasn't. But we did go. We drove up and way in the woods you could see it, and there was a driveway, but it would the drive the gate was locked, but you could get in, and we did.
It was locked for a reason. No.
Well, yes, okay, a good point. So we go up to some steps of it, and here again, Kelly, my
Mhm.
stomach, my intuition,
Mhm.
something was going on, and it was not good.
No.
I felt, um, I will say scared, um, looking out for everything. Uh, it was dark, by the way, it was nighttime. And
Oh,
I thought, we need to go now.
yeah.
But again, it was something that I felt in my gut, and it was something that I felt it was there because when we left, that's the feeling stopped,
Right.
right? But when we were there, it was intense,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Again, and I think that we have, as human beings, something that's built into us that will warn us of danger.
Mhm.
Do you think that's a possibility?
I absolutely,
Right?
absolutely do. Yes.
It's just, I think Mother Nature, perhaps, right? Or maybe way, way back when there were cavemen and women walking around and they had to be to protect their lives, and there were animals and all kinds of things there. And somehow we developed that sort of a intuition, we'll say intuition, that we know when there's something up,
Okay.
right? And I'm telling you, I go by that. I do. And that, but that's an example of a time that was very, very tricky. And get out of there was the feeling, you know? So it did happen. Now, I know you've had a number of costumes of in your life that you have dressed when you went to trick-or-treating with your children. So
Oh, yeah.
what are some of those costumes? Do you remember like what kinds of things that you did?
Uh, I would say I've been tired with the kids. Um, but I have my go-to. I just have a nice little witch hat and I have the little, dress and stuff. But I let them have the night. When I was younger, I used to go all out. But yeah, I
What
let
kinds
them
of, did
have
you dress as a witch or what other, a bat or what kinds of things?
when I was younger.
Yeah.
Oh, a fun one was a German beer girl. My purse was a beer stein. Actually still have it. Um, just a cat, like a cat, fun things. I
Hmm.
remember one of my favorite costumes my mom actually made, and it was a poodle skirt. I wanted to be
Really?
like Grease. Yeah. So that
Well,
was
that's
probably
fun.
fourth grade.
Kind of a salute to the 60s. Was it the 60s? They had the poodle skirts. And I
So fun.
remember your mom, my sister,
Mhm.
wore a poodle skirt. I remember her
See, that's fun.
wearing a poodle skirt. Boy, do I wish I had a picture of that. Do I
Right?
wish.
Gotta
I'm
find
sure
one now.
I'm sure if she has it, it's buried somewhere in the cellar.
Yes.
One time, here in New York, I was invited to a party, and this couple had, I believe, three children, and they lived at the foot of Manhattan. So they were all the way down where the Twin Towers stood,
Oh,
and
wow.
they had a beautiful, very large apartment, and they invited me and some friends to attend it. And I thought, now there'll be grown-ups there without children. There'll be children there. And we're thinking, what in the world could we dress to have a lot of fun? We want to have a lot of fun.
Got it.
So we decided not to do something scary,
Right.
but something fun. And guess what? I made my costume and my friend made his. Guess what we were? Skunks. We
That's
we,
fun.
we were we were skunks. We got black fur, the fake fur, and we
Yeah.
got white fur for the stripes, and we
You
sewed
have
it
to send me a
together.
picture.
We got the ears, we put ears up there, in the same. And I thought, wait a second, there's something missing. So I went out and bought those spray cans of air freshener. And guess what we did with those? Yes, we got in there And the people went, "Oh my God, there's some skunks." So we went in and we were doing skunky things, we're like doing skunky things. And we were walking up and down. Then we got the spray cans out, put them behind us where the tail was. Yes, yes. And then we ran around spraying people. You have never heard such screaming in your life. I mean, and the kids loved it. The kids
They
were loving
must have
it.
loved it.
But the adults were the ones running for their lives. That was one of
That's
the more
awesome.
fun things I ever did. I remember that particular costume was a really good, probably the most fun costume I ever made. And oh, I want to show you, Mike, if you'd like, a preview of what I'm going to be wearing this Halloween.
Oh, sure.
Would you like to see it?
Yeah.
It's going to take
Let's
me a
see.
few minutes, but I happen to have parts of it with me, and I thought you'd enjoy it. So let me see if I can take off this part. I'm going to need a moment. If you want to sing a song, whatever you want to do. Let
Oh.
me see. Uh, okay. Now, I don't know if you can see this on camera, but this is silver,
Hmm.
right?
Oh, yeah,
And
I remember the silver shirt. Yes.
right, and then I have a hat, which I'll show you.
Oh, it lights up. I
And to top that off, if I can figure out how to put this on,
I
what do you think?
that's awesome. Very futuristic.
I'm going as an ET. I'm
That's
I'm a
awesome.
friendly ET. I'm a friendly ET. There are friendly ETs out there. I got that in good, but how isn't that wild?
That is so cool. Yes. I love
Yeah.
it. You can
And
be
you can
seen
put
at
it
night
on.
too.
I found out that you can put this on a couple of different levels. Like this is the pulse one,
Oh, there you go.
and there's a one that's yeah,
So that's cool. Very cool. That's good for night too, because you'll be seen.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, at night it's going to be good.
Yeah,
So anyhow, that's
I love it. I was hoping, being a mom of two little girls, you'd think they'd pick something cute and delicate. My oldest is 9, and she's going to be just a Grim Reaper. She has
wow.
the full thing. She has a little fork. Yeah. And then the little one is basically the same thing, but she has like a chain belt and it's all like ragged and everything with a pitchfork thing. Whatever makes them happy.
Oh, that's great. They're
They
going to
want to
have a
be
good
scared.
time. They are
Yes.
going to have a good time.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah.
let me see what else. In New England, uh, again, because of Salem, there is a little something there about being scared a little bit about, especially Halloween. It's just a little something going on there. I kind of know that. I feel that when I was there, and I
Yeah.
still do. And it's a fun holiday. I don't know if there's any music. Is there music that has to do with Halloween?
I mean, Thriller, Michael Jackson.
Okay,
There's a good station if you go on Amazon and Halloween party lists. They do like great curated lists and everything.
right, right,
Fun,
right,
fun
right.
to
Yeah,
listen to. Ghostbusters.
that's fun. And of course, right now, I on the cable channels and even the regular channels on TV, there's a lot of scary movies being shown. Have you seen those?
Yes. So this this is great. My husband loves watching scary movies, but he is very easily scared. So I love watch. They don't scare me that much. They're great, but I like watching his reaction more than the movie. It's so good.
Okay,
Yeah, what did we watch last weekend? It's an older movie. It's called Devil. It was really good. I think it came out maybe 2011. It was back a little ways back, at least 10 years old. but it was really good. Do you have a favorite
Well, a
scary
lot of
movie?
people love to be scared, and movies
Yeah.
is one of the things that they go to,
Yeah.
especially they come out at this time of year.
Yes.
And there's sci-fi movies that are like that, and some of them are really scary.
I know.
I can tell you that a few years ago, I literally had to run out of a theater
What movie?
because I thought it was going to be more of a fun, scary movie,
It
but this
wasn't.
was like the real deal scary movie. And they had this man, this crazy guy with a knife, and he broke into a home and he
Oh
was
no.
going up the stairs or someplace with the knife. And I'll tell you, it was too real,
Yeah, no. I
and I thought, I'm out of here. This is not entertaining me at all. This is scaring the hell out of me. And I literally ran out of the theater. I just couldn't stay. I couldn't take it.
I think you told me before what was your favorite, well, not your favorite scary movie. What movie scared you? I
Oh, I'm
think I
trying to think.
I think I know the answer. Was
Yeah,
it Psycho?
I'm trying to think of what did I tell you? Because I'm trying to remember now.
Was it Psycho?
Could have been, but I think there was another one
Okay.
that it wasn't fun scary. It was
It
like
was,
real scary. Like this is really people are going to be really killed,
yeah.
and in a really nasty, bloody kind of way.
Yeah, like that
And then
now.
they show you the details, right?
Yeah.
And to me, I know some people love that. I mean, they really love that. But I've been known to be very verbal in theaters because if somebody is about to be hurt, and I go, look out! I've done that. And I'm thinking, what am I? I just screamed in but I get very involved in the theater of some movies, and I try to stop myself, but sometimes I have to say something, which probably is annoying to some people and probably a lot of laughs to someone else. But guilty. I have been guilty of that, especially when it's like the real deal kind of scary.
Yeah.
Or people are very vulnerable, and then they're showing how easily they could be hurt. That sort of thing.
Yeah, no.
And that's not good at all.
I remember when I was a kid and I was not allowed to watch scary movies when I'm talking little, like I think I must have been 6 or 7 years old. And I had a best friend and she had two older brothers, three older brothers, and they used to watch scary movies all the time. So they were watching Chucky back in the 80s, 90s, sorry, 80s or 90s, I don't remember. But I was terrified of this doll. Fast forward to my birthday, they had the kid sister dolls out, or my buddy. They looked just like Chucky. I got one of those for my birthday. I opened it and I cried. I
Oh,
did not want it.
no. Especially a surprise,
Yeah. Not fun. And
What
then I
a
had to
sur
explain why I was scared of the doll because I watched a movie I shouldn't have. So, sorry, Mom.
well, wow. When I was a kid growing up in Springfield, Massachusetts, on the north end side of it, and when Halloween came, and this is when I was like maybe 6, 7, 8, 9, something like that, uh, my mom, your grandmother, would help
Mhm.
us. We had napkins, and we'd pop popcorn, and then we would put some of the popcorn in the napkins, opened up the napkins. Then we put some chocolates or something, wrapped candy, and then my mom, your grandmother, would tie it up with a bow, and
That's so
we had
fun.
like an assembly line, and we would
Oh,
make
yeah.
like 50, maybe more. And
That's
then the kids
awesome.
came and rang the bell. We would have a tray that they could take one of those. And I remember that.
That's so fun. That is
Yeah,
awesome.
it was. And we all had a good time with that. Um, see, what else I want to ask you about? Oh, I really do want to ask you about your amazing TikTok program. And tell us, please, about it, like the name of it, how you got involved with it, what you need to do. Do you do it every day? Give us a whole deal about that.
So I first started out on TikTok. I swore I would never have a TikTok account first.
Okay.
And then COVID happened and all my friends kept sending me these TikToks. I said, "Okay, I'll go on TikTok." Created my account and it was all about like fun lip syncing things. It still is, I still love doing that. But it just kind of evolved. I saw someone that made this adorable pumpkin wreath and I have mine here and I tagged her in my video and I said, "I love this idea." I put my own little spin on it. So I came up, I don't know how good you can see it, but it's a little
Oh, beautiful.
wire wreath all from the Dollar Tree. That started as I wanted to, have something on my fireplace, and everything I saw was way too expensive. And being mostly a stay-at-home mom, we don't have extra money, to spend. So I said, I'm gonna make something. So I did that, posted it, and then my account kind of just took off. So it's a mix of crafts and just having fun, like everyday mom stuff. Um, but it's a lot of fun. They also have I'm a shop affiliate, so if I purchase something on the TikTok shop, I will if I like it or I don't like it, I'll share. So if someone else is contemplating getting it, maybe I can save the money and say this isn't that great. Don't waste your money or this is get it. This is great. Um, but it's a lot of fun. I made a lot of really good connections. I don't really have what's called a niche. A lot of people focus on like crafts or sports or politics. I'm everywhere. I'm all over the place. So
Well,
I think it's,
I've seen it many times now, and I got to say, I am really so proud of
thank
you.
you.
And you're so good on camera. You are. And sometimes you're incredibly funny. I mean, I am
Thanks.
belly laughing, going, "Oh my God, look at what she's doing." And sometimes it's highly entertaining too. And you do some acting with sometimes a voiceover,
Yeah.
right? And sometimes it's someone else's voice, and you're kind of pantomiming to that. Wonderful stuff. I
It's,
love that. And also, my own observation, when you talk to the camera and you're talking as a homemaker, as a mother of young children, and you really pull no punches. You say it like it is. You do. And if something is not going right, instead of trying to gloss over it, you say, "I had such a bad day today." Right?
and that's one of the things that I kind of promised myself. Like if I'm gonna do this, it's gonna be authentic. I'm gonna go on, not be too harsh, but just go on, have fun with it, and be yourself. Like that's what kills me. That some people go on and they're not themselves at all. And it's sad because it's like I want to know the real person behind that phone screen. But it's a lot of fun to do.
It looks it too. It looks like you're having a lot of fun. And I think a lot of people can identify
Yeah,
as young homemakers with kids. And the things that you're saying really resonate to them as well
right,
as to others too. But I think that it's like you're really speaking directly to them about the good, the bad, and the ugly of what it's like to raise two energetic children and trying to give them all the things that you want them to have
right.
and all the love and the time and preparation it takes to make their lives so enjoyable and so much fun. And it really does come across.
Thank you. I
No,
appreciate that so much. Thank
you
you.
deserve to hear that. Really amazing stuff. Now, do you have an idea, rough idea of how many people would watch your show?
For followers, I think I have about 19,700-ish. And for the views, like when you post a TikTok, you can see like there's an algorithm, and sometimes your video will get pushed out to the For You page, sometimes it won't. But it depends, like your content, it depends on what music you use. You have to really hook people or it won't get pushed out. So sometimes I might have a few hundred views, sometimes I might have a few thousand. Some videos, I think one of my top videos is like over 1 million views, and it was for the pumpkin wreath, which is crazy to me. It's crazy.
Think of that. That is
Yeah,
absolutely incredible.
yeah,
Well,
it's
now do you
it's
do it
great.
every day or how often a week?
So I try to post at least once or twice a day. And if I'm home, if I have a day off, because I'm working seasonally at the farm now, I'll make my TikToks about the farm. I've showed my boss. She thinks they're hilarious. But I'll have what's called like I'll batch videos. So one day I'll shoot like maybe 5 to 10. So if I don't have content one day, I can just put that one out there. So it's kind of like it's done, it's ready to go. Um, it's a lot of editing though, if you want to do the trends and everything. I haven't done any of the viral dances or anything. I don't want to do that. But
But
I
you
just come
edit.
on with the mindset like if I can make one person laugh or make one person smile,
Yep,
that's enough for me.
yep.
So,
But how wonderful that it's opened that creativity,
absolutely.
and you're able to really latch on to that, and also to
Yes.
then be coming up with all kinds of creativity for each of the little shows you do.
Yeah, and one of the new things I did, this is so easy and fun. If anyone wants to do a fun Halloween craft, all you need is air dry clay and you can make a little light up ghost. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, hold it closer. Can you? Oh, there you go. Oh, that's great.
A little flat, but it's okay.
Yeah,
Me and
nice,
Carly made them, so yeah, it's cute.
nice.
Something fun. And then one of the other things, the have you seen the pool noodle candles? That was a
The-
few years ago. This
oh,
one's really neat. So these are pool noodles.
oh,
So these are all from Dollar Tree. This costs probably $8 to make.
oh, that's
And
wonderful.
it's all pool, say that 5 times fast, pool noodles. And then tea
Gesundheit,
lights.
Gesundheit.
And if you can see up
Oh
close,
yeah.
the
Oh,
wax stripping is hot glue
it's
and
wonderful.
it's just spray painted. So it's a safe candle, won't burn your house down. Just fun.
You're identifying something though that is important, and that is the safety
Mm.
factor. Because some people light candles and don't think about where they're placing them,
Yeah.
right? And it's sad, but some people they're just going for the look of it, but not thinking, well, there's also a danger, and you've got to make sure you're protected.
Yeah, that's why I love for like carving pumpkins, they have the big light up candles now. Like, battery operated ones. You don't have to worry about trick-or-treaters knocking them into your pile of leaves or anything.
Yep,
Definitely.
things like that, and especially candles,
Yes.
because they are a danger, and you have
Yeah.
to make sure that you shield them, and that a dog or a cat or a kid won't knock something over,
Yeah.
right?
It's one
Even though
second.
it might be protected, and then it can set fire.
You know our dog too.
Yeah, 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 and yes, and you have your dog. What's the name?
Lucy.
Okay.
She
Is it a good dog?
sometimes. No, she's a
Okay.
really good dog. She's just crazy. She's Chihuahua, Shih Tzu, and Terrier. So a
Wow.
lot of
Wow.
energy.
Yeah, but yeah, and animals don't mean to harm, but they don't
No.
know. And if
They-
they bump something and you're not, one thing too, a rule, if there's going to be a candle, be in the room,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
Don't leave a candle lit in a pumpkin next to the drapes,
No.
or the drapes in a window. Some people just put it there. And of
No.
course, it looks great, but you're also got to be very, very vigilant about the
Yes.
safety.
Absolutely.
And that's a big point here too, to be have a good time, but to be really safe. Um,
Right.
Other than that, let me see. I've had experiences when I went to the Halloween parade, and that's down in the West Village around a Union Square, and beyond that. That's where everybody goes. And the parade goes uptown from there. And like I said, there literally are tens of thousands of people,
That's
a
great.
lot of costumes. And
Oh
I'm
yeah.
telling you, you can't believe what's there. It's amazing. And everybody wants to have a good time. And you name it, and someone's wearing it. It's an incredible experience. And it goes on a long time, all night. It goes on. So,
That's
but it's something, and the fun part of that is when you say, okay, we did the Halloween parade, we got to go home now. So we get on a subway. And
Everyone's
if you can
dressed.
imagine a subway car where there's a lot of witches, warlocks, people in pumpkin costume, and there's just something about that that makes you scream laughing, you know?
Got to.
And some people, because you are very close to other people in the subway cars, and some people get a little bit not annoyed, but a little bit frazzled that there is a warlock right beside you holding a strap, you know, trying to stay on their feet. And I've seen some really crazy costumes too, really amazing costumes that they must have spent all year making them,
Oh yeah.
you
Oh
know,
yeah.
and they go to the parade to show them off. Also, there just to know that in the parade on Halloween Eve, they have sometimes 20, 30, and 40 people that get together and do a theme.
Oh, that's fun. That's really
Yeah.
cool.
And I've seen amazing themes where they all are wearing like the same color, or they're all a particular kind of monster, things like that. And at one time, they decided to be evil taxi cabs. If you can imagine, and they all got big cardboard boxes and painted them like a taxi cab with the markings, and they got in them and they made believe that they were taxi cabs going a mile a minute and bumping into each other. If you can imagine with like 40 people coming down the street like that,
That's funny.
it's really crazy. And also, there's some very professional puppeteers here in Manhattan, and they're the best. And they make puppets 20, 30 feet big, huge, and
Crazy.
they're on these like poles. They have poles and
Mhm.
strings, and you look up and you're seeing these huge puppets going down the street. It's wild. It's really wild stuff. There's a place that's now a library right on 8th Street, and there is a big tower on the building. And on Halloween, they make a big spider web, and they put
Oh,
this big spider web on the tower. It's huge. And then
oh,
they
that's
make big black spiders that they have on pulleys that go up and down the tower. It's wild. It's really
oh, that's
wild. And
that is
I don't really,
awesome.
do you ever get a telecast from the parade? Do they do a local? Have you ever seen a Halloween parade in New York on a local station?
No.
Not too bad, because
Yeah.
they do televise it. I know they televise it in the New York area, but
They should put
it's
on regular yeah, they should broadcast it.
because it's so much fun and so much goes into it, and that it should be more widely seen
Yeah.
and
You'd
enjoyed,
think.
because it's great.
Yeah.
Um, See what other things. Does the school get together and do Halloween events or Halloween parties or a
Oh
costume
yeah,
test?
they don't really do any Halloween. They'll do like the fall festival, that what they're gonna do, and costumes are optional,
Okay.
but they have to respect other people's beliefs and everything if they don't want to make anyone feel uncomfortable. But I don't think they actually let them dress up on Halloween at school, which is kind of sad because, as a kid, that was one thing to, look forward to, getting to wear something fun to school.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
times have changed a little bit.
It just seemed like a good excuse for some real fun,
Yes, exactly. Keep the
and why
fun,
not? Why not have fun?
right? You should wear your costume tomorrow when you come up.
I'm going to wear it. I will be wearing it. Now, I'm coming up to New England tomorrow,
Yeah.
and I'm going to go to the Norman Rockwell Museum to see that show, and also the Mad Magazine show there. And then I'm going to Granville for their, I think Monday is the last day.
Yes, yep. They have a 3-day harvest fair.
Tell the viewers about that. What is the Granville? What is that about?
It's a lot of like local artists and people that make goods, and they'll go and they'll set up. It's a big craft fair, but it's really nice. They have food and stuff. I haven't been recently. It gets really, really crowded, but it's great. Hopefully, with the rain, hopefully the rain will hold off tomorrow, but you'll have a great time. Rain or it'll be less crowded.
Looking forward. Tomorrow they said there might be some rain, so we're thinking we'll go to the Stockbridge for the museum because that's inside,
Yeah,
and that would be Sunday, and then Monday
do
go
the
to
fair.
the last day of the fair.
That sounds like the perfect plan. I would definitely do that.
You know, and I know I went last year and we enjoyed it very much. And the level, I have to say, the level of craftsmanship
Yes.
is amazing. It's some of these people, I know they got to be professional craftsmen that do these homemade, all kinds of uh, decorations, things to eat, wonderful things like that. Oh, I'm seeing my producer, Hercules. How are we doing with time?
We have 10 minutes.
About 10 more minutes. Okay. We've been talking about all the various parts of Halloween and all the things that go on that are so enjoyable about this holiday, which is after Christmas, the second biggest holiday for shopping. It's amazing. It's amazing how much it's celebrated by so many different people. It really is. So the final thoughts about Halloween. I think that any excuse to have fun is a good one, right? And
Agreed.
this certainly is one of the more fun holidays we have. I'm
Right.
looking forward to that. And are your friend, are your kids going trick-or-treating in the neighborhood?
Oh yeah, we small neighborhood, so what we actually do is we'll leave our candy dish out, saying, please only take like two. Take two, leave some for the rest. But because everyone goes out with their kids, it's a great neighborhood for trick-or-treating. It really is. We have a blast. And I think last year we quit because their bags were so heavy. They didn't want to carry them anymore. I said, we're done.
Yeah, I mean, over the night, you can get quite a lot of goods, a lot of different kind of candies.
Some of the neighbors hand out full-size candy bars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that one time we went and they forgot that there would be trick-or-treaters, so they
Oh
gave
no.
out $1 bills,
There you
which is
go.
fine
Might be cheaper this year.
because you know what you can buy with $1 bills? Candy.
Candy.
So it kind of works out for them, you know.
Yeah.
We've had some good times with that also. And love the holidays, of course. Anything to make fun, to have neighborhoods come together.
Yes.
Very important, right? Very important
Yes.
to know your neighbors
Mhm.
and to celebrate that. Um, I love your TikTok. Again, give our viewers again, what's your name on TikTok and how they can find you?
You can search, it's that Massachusetts mama, but it's that period Massachusetts period mama.
Okay.
And I think I'm holding a coffee cup, might be. But I have a pumpkin and a chicken next to my name. My name is Kelly, and it's fun if you want to check out anything.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. And you have something too, that there's certain words. One of them is like good attitude. There's a few things there. What's the other word you have?
Fueled by caffeine and chaos. And positive vibes only. I don't like people fighting in comments. I will block and delete. No
Yeah,
explanation. I don't, yeah, no drama. No drama
right.
for this mama.
Absolutely. Well, it's a wonderful program, and I'm so proud of you. You're good on camera, and your comedy, your comedy that you do, really. I mean, I was like screaming, like, "Oh my God!" It's like you've been in acting class for many years because, and I know you haven't had that kind of education, right? You never went to acting school or anything like that.
No, I did chorus in high school, but I never had time to do drama because I had an after school job. So, but I watched SNL growing up.
Well, you're highly creative, and it's a joy to see you using your
Thank you.
creativity that way, and it's a wonderful show.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
And thank you so much for coming on the program tonight. Uh, the creative process, and you know, I always leave my program talking about the fact that creativity can be on many different things. You could certainly be a painter or a sculptor. You could be a good baker and do creative things that way. You can decorate your home. You can make if you're handy, you can make some things to wear um, for not only you but for your children or your friends. Creativity can be and believe me, I never had any music training, but I've written songs, I've done music videos just because I thought it would be a fun thing to do. I've worked on a couple of musical comedy, and in one case, not only did I co-write the book, but I was hearing the actors in the book what they would sing. And after we did the writing, it was time to go. I would write it down and we recorded it. Okay, I guess that's it. People, be creative on any level you can. Just go ahead and do it. Don't be afraid of failure. You're going to have a great time. Be creative. This is Nick Curto for the Creative Process, wishing you all lots of love. Good night, everybody.
Thank you very much to both of you for an exciting and informative and very fun show. And I'm looking forward to your next one. And Nick and Kelly, I hope you're a guest on the show again.
Thank you
Thank you.
so much. I appreciate it.
Good night, everybody. Much
Good
love.
night.
Good night.